You sang on many songs which became big and notable hits back in the 90s. How did it all start?
Well, at the age of 16, I have participated on different talent shows and was performing live. And after that, I started to begin a career in TV at the age of 19. And I was part of an imitation show. I imitated Gloria Gaynor with the song I Will Survive. So after that, I was asked from different recording studios to participate in different dance projects.
Did you ever participate in auditions, or did you have to compete with other female vocalists in order to become the lead singer in a Eurodance project?
To be honest, there was no audition or casting like that. I was asked or I was offered to sing on different productions in the 90s and in the 90s. And I was always a part with a rapper as a singer, and this was all.
Who was the best colleague you ever had the pleasure to work with in the 90s? Like a producer, a rapper, a sound engineer? And do you still talk together?
Well, I was working with a co-producer of Frank Farian, Mike Klein, Wonder Mike called, and I got still contact to him. It was a great pleasure to work with him together because he produced other famous big 90s stars like Culture Beat, Melanie Thornton. And I always remember that time. It was a really, really great time with him.
I remember well that we wrote together back in 2011 and you told me that you never met the Infinite One. But have you ever met any other rappers?
Well, you know, it was a really funny thing in the 90s that the rapper and the singer haven't been at the same time in the studio. So unfortunately, I never met somebody in live. I just heard his voice on the recording.
Have you ever participated in Future Beat, at least on the backing vocals?
I was asked to sing for Peter Ballweg, and it was like one song for Future Beat, and after I stopped to sing, the next singer came, you know. So I was, one day I was there in the studio for Future Beat, and the song was called Ecstasy.
Do you enjoy performing in front of larger crowds and to take part in concerts? Are you feeling comfortable on stage?
Well, as I was a child, I began to sing in school choirs and was always the loudest voice. And I really like and I love it to perform with a big crowd. And the biggest concert I gave in my life was in Wonderland in Toronto in the year 1999. There was an audience like over 20,000 people and I really, really enjoyed it. It was a really great time.
Which of the Eurodance songs you participated in is the song you're most proud of, or made the best effort, or worked the hardest on?
Yes, the most popular song, I mean all over the world, was Love is Paradise from First Base. It was the project name. And the most interesting thing about it is that in Canada in the 90s, it's still played in the radio nowadays, but it was a really, really huge and popular song. And I remember the day I recorded it in the Frank Farian studios. It was a really hard work, although it was just one sentence to sing, but it's a vocal song who is really hard to sing on. So. And it's still in my life every day. I can't imagine to miss that song in my life.
Do you consider yourself a lucky person?
Well, to be honest, I'm a really grateful person because I didn't thought that my career, in fact, never stopped. I was beginning at the age of 22 as my son came on the world. And yeah, he's still accompanying myself behind the camera, and he makes photos and films. He's a filmmaker, and I really appreciate the big love from my fan community all over the world, if it's Peru or Canada or Israel. I really love you, please believe me. The thing is, nowadays I'm working on the new project with Maxima together with Ricardo. He's a rapper of the 90s too, from Too Unlimited. He has made a lot of projects too, and we are working together now on new songs, and maybe we will be on stage back next year in Romania. We don't know what is coming, but we are working on it, and I'm really, really thankful that my life has never stopped with music, and I'm still on stage, and you know, it's a really, really great present for me. Thank you. Mwah.
Which Eurodance artist do you appreciate the most?
I remember as I was an opener from the band Love Inc. in Canada, she is a really great person, Simone Denny, she's called, and I really appreciate to meet her. And also Melanie Thornton. I never met her personally, but I was in the studio at the same time she was recording her song.
Do you get contracted by many people who remember and adore you for the music you did in the 90s?
Well, you know, it's quite interesting because most of the projects I was singing on, my name was never mentioned. This is a really, really big, interesting story because the fans all over the world, they recognized my voice on the different projects. And this was the thing the Peruvian fans realized, and it was the time. I was booked in 2019 as a revival, but it was under my name. So it was not only First Base or Project P or Master Jam, but it was a concert with my name, Tina Safrany. So it was a great honor for me to perform in Peru, in Lima, in 2019. And after that, I was on a comeback show in Toronto too.
Are you a cat or a dog person? Do you have any role models?
Well, you know, I got different role models. In the musician direction, because of the voice, I really love Celine Dion and Whitney Houston. As an icon, I really love Madonna. So I always like to mix a little bit because I'm not only on stage because of Eurodance, but I also have a profession like a professional singer, and I got a lot of gigs at funerals or at weddings. So my favorite kind of music is really ballads.
Who's the best rapper you worked with, even if you have never met any of them personally?
You know, for me, Ricardo Overman is really the best rapper because I really love his voice. He has a great spectrum of really deep voice and a really high voice. So it's a great pleasure for me to work with him together. Mwah.
What's your favorite dish?
Well, I really love the Hungarian dish palacinta. It's like a mix of, it's similar to crepe in French or in a pancake in the American style, but it's a little bit sweeter.
I understand that you're of Hungarian ancestry. Have you been born in Germany or did you move there? Did you always feel German or did you experience prejudice?
I was born in Germany, and but my parents come from Hungary. So I never felt like a prejudice here in Germany, but I'm always proud of to be a Hungarian ancestry.
Do you have a message for your Russian-speaking fans?
Well, I know that the Russian fans are really, really special, and I want to say thank you, because you are so true to me, and the Russian fan community is waiting for me, and I hope to see you really, really soon, maybe next year, with my new project Maxima. It's a project from Andy Steed. He's a producer of Great Britain, together with Ricardo Overman, and we are recording songs right at the moment. So I hope to see my Russian fans very, very soon. Mwah. Bye bye, take care, and stay tuned and stay healthy. I love you all. Bye bye.